Hello, guys. I'm Charles Rife. I'm here to give a presentation of my progress on my final report, the ACT, Too Much of a Standard. It's going to be a recommendation report. Um, Purpose and audience. The purpose of this recommendation report is to examine the flaws of using the ACT for college admittance and create an efficient solution. I came up with this idea of the purpose through extensive research of what I actually wanted to do for the report. I wasn't sure. I asked several people in the school what they thought of the ACT, how I could tie it into a report, and just do extra research on it. The audience of the report is the Kentucky Board of Education. I chose this audience basically because they're not too broad, but they're also not too specific, and they're relevant to me because I go to a Kentucky college. The overview. Before this, I had some front matter, like who it was going to be to, the subject, the date, went into the introduction. My introduction consists of the purpose and audience, give a little background information. The background, it basically just tells what is the ACT, breaks down with a chart, tells what is in the ACT, basically. That's all the background is. Methods, it breaks down how I'm going to do my research and how I'm going to tie it into my final report and my process of doing so. Results, that's going to be what I obtain from them. Those aren't quite finished. I'm still trying to tie that in together, but I'm working on it. Solution, I've came up with a solution I want to present, considering it's a recommendation report that could possibly help what we need to better our students in college. Conclusion, that's just to sum it all up with citations at the end of the report. First is the background. The ACT was used since 1959. It's been around for a while. The SAT and the SAT is a little bit older. The ACT has been around about just a little bit shorter of a time, but they are used a lot more. Colleges use them for college admittance because it's a predictor of how well a student will do in college. So they give you more financial aid based on how well you do on it. Scores range from a 1 to a 36. I'm sure all of you already know that. It is composed of 4 sections: English, math, reading, and science. And if you take the writing portion, which a lot of people don't unless you plan on getting in a prestigious college, then it's just 4 sections: English, math, reading, and science. Um, there's the breakdown of each one on the chart. It tells you how many multiple choice questions are on it, how long you have, and what each one, what their breakdown is, basically. What I've completed so far is the introduction. Uh, like I showed, my purpose and my audience. I could probably beef them up a little bit, but that's the completed work for the introduction. My methods, I've given a full strong method section just to show how I'm doing on it, because I want people to see where I'm at. My background, there's not a whole lot I can add to the background. I could probably add some more just to give people a much more firm understanding of what the ACT is. But if I honestly do, it's most people already know what the ACT is, honestly. People that are going to be reading this report. My solution outline, I haven't given a full in-depth solution, but I've given an outline of what would be a solution to use in the future. Preliminary findings and analysis. ACT scores negatively impact a student's college career. Students with lower ACT scores and higher GPAs did better in college. I obtained both of these findings, like I said earlier in the presentation. I interviewed a few people. I asked a few people that I know in the college, asked them how they did on the ACT, how they're doing in college, and they're doing better if they have higher GPAs, but lower ACT scores. That just might be the individual, though. I didn't speak with everybody in the school because that would be impossible. Work remaining. I need to add a little bit more research because my research, I have the research together. It's just not added in there because I had in this next point retype parts of report. Some content was lost. My content was lost. Strengthen content to increase the length of the report. Some parts of my report are weak because they're just bones. They could use a little bit of meat on them to increase the complexity of them and the length of the report. Piece together the conclusion. Well, once I get all of my parts of my report finished, the conclusion will come together as soon as that's done. Review spelling and grammar. Reviewing the spelling and grammar will really help because it'll show that I'm educated on the subject. Solicitation of feedback. I wanted to ask you guys, what can I do to improve my report? I know some things that I could do, but I need others out there to review it as well. That way they can tell me, hey, you need to do this. That way I've got an outside opinion. Any additional information that could benefit me or my audience, that would be great if you could do that for me. Because I only have a one-track mind, kind of. When I do something, that's all I do. I need other opinions so they can say, hey, you could do this to really help your report. Here's a couple of my citations I used in this presentation. I basically cited the graphs and the charts and places where I used information from other websites. Thank you.